my pants on though this time.
I appreciate that. That's a great way to start the stream.
Yeah.
Perfect.
PG.
So there's a promise from me to you. So hey everybody, this is Jeff. Go past the channel. We got Mr. Gonzo PR over there. You want to say hi, Gonzo?
What's up, people? Happy Friday. I'm a little sick. Sorry about that, but ready to go. Great. Can't wait to see you guys. So let's do this. Thank you. Jeff, how you doing, brother? You doing all right?
Good. I'm doing great. No sneezing on the camera. I don't want to get sick. I got stuff to do, man. We have a special guest, Al from Florida Freaks. You want to say hi, Mr. Florida Freak, please?
Hello. How are you?
I'm going to pull up the chat.
I appreciate it.
I'm glad you're here. I'm pulling up the chat right now. I can't see who's here yet. So give me guys. Excuse me, guys. Give me a second. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Looks like we got a few people in the house. Who's saying hi? Hold on. There we go. Connor's in the house. Hey, Connor. Mikey, Uncle Mikey in the house. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. So we've got our guest. It's Al from Florida Freaks. I'm in Texas. You two are in Florida. I feel like I'm losing already. Tell us about you, Al. You live in Florida. How long you been in Florida? How long you been on YouTube? Let's start off with the basics.
Sure. I was born in Fort Lauderdale. Went to Disney quite a bit. My parents used to take me to Disney World at least every 2 to 3 months, depending on my grades. You know. And then my wife and I moved to North Carolina for a while. I was out there for about 10 years. I did some production out there and started getting into the world of video production and photography and all that, and came back here, moved to Orlando because I had to be close to Disney World, and now I live 20 minutes outside the park. I'm there every other weekend, and I meet up with Mr. Gonzo at least, maybe 2 times a month. YouTube quite a bit and taught me a lot of things about YouTube, and yeah, so we're just trying to get everything that has to do with Disney and Universal and everything like that hooked up.
I love it. That's awesome. Heaven's Gate Cherry Farm in the house. Welcome in, guys. I'm so glad you're here. We got our special guest this week, Florida Freak. So how long have you had a YouTube channel?
A little bit over 1.5 years now. We're still babies on the YouTube platform.
That's good. Gonzo, how did you meet Florida Freaks?
It was a lonely night. It was raining.
I knew I shouldn't have asked that question.
You know,
it was raining. It really was raining.
It was raining.
He really was lonely too.
Kingdom, I believe, yeah.
It was raining, man. We met in the Animal Kingdom, actually. I was with my son that weekend, and I was hanging out with Prince Charming Dad, and he did a vlog there. There was a couple of guys, also Paul. You're probably gonna meet him one day, and Al was there, and we just met that day. We didn't talk a lot. We just say hi. Hey, what's your channel? What's your channel? All this stuff, because I have to go to another park with friends. Then we met in what was it? Was it the Toy Story Land thing, or less?
Yeah, Toy Story Land. We did that together, I believe.
Yeah, and we just clicked. We started talking about he was from Fort Lauderdale, I'm from Miami, and he has he has family, Puerto Rican family and stuff like that. We just started talking, man, and all of a sudden we just click, and we've been doing back and forward videos together. You know, he posts in his channel, I post in my channel. He's better than me because I saw him post the one for Universal. He posted already. I mean, last Thursday I posted a throwback holiday video that he was in it. That was last year. I just put it like a throwback Thursday because that's when
Wait. You did a holiday video last week? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah, I mean, it's a quick Hollywood and.
I know you did. I just wanted to.
I'm sorry. What was that? I'm sorry. I lost you there.
No, I knew you did. I just wanted to say it again because I thought it was funny. But I like it.
No, and it was a throwback Thursday, so I put it in. And again, we do stuff together. We every time I go up there, I try to meet him in a park or whatever and go out and have drinks. And he's my drink buddy. He's my drink buddy from Orlando. We like to drink at the parks and have fun and all that good stuff. But at the same time, we do collaborations. We support each other. We try to support other YouTubers as well. And it's a great friendship, brotherhood. So yeah, man, it's fun. I love the guy. I love Al, man. It's all good stuff.
Same back
I love it. Purpley Cat in the house. Hey, I see you in chat. Thanks for stopping in. I'm so glad you guys are here. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please make sure you check out his channel. I'm going to make sure I throw his link in here in a minute. But first, we were talking about Florida Freaks, your channel a minute ago. But let's start with what made you start your YouTube channel. How about that? Why a YouTube channel? Why a Disney channel? All that good stuff.
To tell you the truth, I'm an avid over the past, since basically 2012. I'm an avid watcher, a supporter, and somewhat of a friend of people like Adam the Woo and Justin Scard, and it's just watching them do what they do and everything. I just was like, I'd like to do that because I'm always at the parks and everything. So I decided, I really would like to try that out. But it evolved more over the past year and a half from, me doing videos and trying to do reviews, because I had this like really big format of doing reviews, and it was even called the Freak Out Factor at one point in time, where I did like a level of 1 to 10 on how good a ride was or how good a place to eat was and stuff like that, which I may bring back sooner or later. But
I love that.
The channel basically just like evolved to this point where I started to notice that in the YouTube world and YouTube family that the smaller streamers, or the smaller creators wouldn't really get the recognition that they deserve to get, because they're putting as much hard work into this as people who have been doing it for 6 or 7 years, 10 years, whatever. And so that's what I've started to move more towards, is like, supporting smaller creators and stuff like that, and trying to basically, I have an open door policy on my channel. If you're putting in the work and you're trying to get somewhere and you're trying to do something and you want to collaborate, you want to have fun, and you want to build a community and everything like that, by all means, I would love to collaborate with you. As Gonzo knows, I'm more or less the collaborator. I try to get as many people together as we can. I try to go out and do the new stuff, see the new stuff, and do it together. But at the same time, I try to make it to where we don't have the same exact video going up at the same exact time. It's fundamentals. It's like, if you're my philosophy is, Gonzo knows this, if you're filming Mickey Mouse to the left side, I'm usually pointing to the right side or behind us and filming something else at the same time. That way you don't have the same exact footage on there. Because that was one of the things I noticed about collaborations, is that, you'll watch somebody's video and then you'll see the same exact thing on the next video, And
yeah, that's a good point. It's interesting. I love what you said about collabs. Collabs are, first of all, you make friends. I mean, I think that's how me and Gonzo became friends. I mean, I think it was, I don't know, I don't even know where we met, on Instagram or YouTube, doesn't matter, but we talked about doing a collab, and we interacted and we became friends, and it just makes sense. But then taking out the friendship part, which is the best part, but taking that out, if you're just thinking about growing on YouTube, what do I know? I'm not even monetized yet. But for my money, it's the best way to build a community. And that's what I don't get me wrong, I love subscribers, but I'd rather have a community. And
yeah,
collabs work. And I don't know, I just think it makes a lot of sense. And it's fun, by the way. So there's that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I'm really big on. I'm big on collaboration and recognition. And I think if you want to make it in the YouTube world, you have to be open enough to bring people onto your channel and really have the heart to have them on your channel. Don't have them on your channel because you're trying to make money or you're trying to, push your own channel or anything like that. Have them on there because you want to collaborate with them. You want to do that keyword and show, this awesome thing that's going on. Like, let's say Star Wars Land, for instance, all of us could go to Star Wars Land. We could do our own videos, but I just think as a family, as a collaboration, as a community, getting together and going out there, showing all the aspects and having a lot of fun. It just adds so much more to it, you know?
I totally agree. I totally agree. Back's in the house. Welcome in. RVing to Disney in the house. Welcome in. I'm so glad you guys are here. Give our guest some love. His link's in there. I'll throw it in there again. Explosive Phoenix in the house. Laura MC in the house. Danny BJ in the house. Hey, I saw you earlier, buddy. How are you? So Danny BJ, is in my So You Want to Be an Influencer class that we had today. Maybe we'll talk about that one. Prince Charming Dev in the house. What's going on, buddy? So glad to see you. Excited to have you in the chat. So yeah, so Florida Freaks, I love what you said there about collabs.
What's up, Dev?
I do. What's that?
I said, what's up, Dev? Sorry.
Doing collabs, whether it be with somebody who you don't know yet and it becomes a connection, a networking, a friendship, or somebody you've known for years, I love them. And that's kind of the idea. So I've got my Sunday night show DizTube, where the whole idea is to promote other Disney creators. And hopefully it's a win-win. I get to know them, they get to know me. I find a channel I like, maybe they find a channel they like, and then all the people in the chat, well, they become part of the community. And that's, I think, the idea behind this show. I mean, Gonzo and I talked about what we wanted this show to be, and really it's just us. It's what we love. And I mean, I'm just getting to know you now, but it seems to me like what you like is well, clearly it's what we like. But you're into the photography and you're into live streaming. We talked about that a little bit before we went live. Do you want to talk about that? Your passion for that? And
sure. Yeah, as far as photography, that's what started the whole thing. I wanted to get into video first. I actually went to school for video, believe it or not. I'm actually a YouTuber that has schooling behind him. Nice. in the video field. Can you believe it?
I don't have any. So
it's few and far between. It really is. But yeah, I went to Palm Beach Film School. I graduated from there. I also went to Valencia. I did 1 year at Valencia. I kind of pulled a George Lucas on Valencia, where I thought I knew more than a teacher, and I was sick and tired of doing regular basic college. So I was like, no, you know what? I'm just going to get on the field and start doing stuff. But I didn't have the financial preparation, the financial ways of getting the cameras that I have now. And so I did have a camera, though. I had a Nikon 5100, and I also had and then I acquired a Nikon 3200, and right. Later on a Nikon 850, which I don't have anymore. Actually, I gave it to my brother. But yeah, I just started getting into the world of photography because I was going to House of Blues. I was going to these different places, seeing these bands on stage, and noticing that they had photographers that were shooting for outlets like magazines and stuff like that, but they didn't have an exclusive in-house local photographer that they could run to and get photography done without having to have another outlet be involved. And so I jumped on that, and about 6.5 years later, we now somewhat co-manage up to 22 different local bands here.
Wow, very cool.
And I filmed Earth Day Birthday, which is actually tomorrow day and night. It's a huge festival that consists of like over 20 different mainstream artists, like Godsmack's going to be playing.
Wow.
POD.
Really?
Yeah, a whole bunch of different ones. You can actually check that out if you don't mind me plugging for just half a second. So in case anybody's wondering, it's WJRR.com if you want to check out what I'm talking about right now. But yeah, it's a huge festival. I've done it the past 7 years in a row now, and I collaborate with the radio station 101.1.
Wow.
And
cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge thing again. And I've never shot Godsmack. It's the only band really that has eluded me over the past couple of years. So I'm very excited to do that.
So for the people in your area, so where, I know you're in Florida, Fort Lauderdale. Where did you tell me you're? Whereabouts is this tomorrow?
I'm in Orlando. I'm about 20 minutes outside of Disney World. Mm-hmm.
And POD and Godsmack, anybody else we would have heard of?
Yeah. Gosh, there's like many different bands that are kind of new to the mainstream place. You caught me on a different level.
Okay. Just for the people in the house though, hard rock kind of stuff, obviously, because those two bands are obviously slamming.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's mostly hard rock or alternative music. But Godsmack, 3 Days Grace, Pop Evil is going to be playing. Atreyu, Motionless in White,
Wow.
Bad Flower, Eve to Adam. Man, a lot of different bands, like I said.
So it must be live music weekend because obviously Coachella's this weekend too. That's
That's right. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
all over YouTube.
I
Go,
couldn't
man,
get the
you're on
press
YouTube.
pass
You
for
can't
that.
get away from Coachella right now. My goodness.
Yeah, I couldn't get the press pass for that one.
It's funny. I used to live right down the road from Coachella. I lived in Banning, California for, I don't know, 7-8 years, and I never went. And I love live music. I don't know why. It wasn't like it was on my radar, but it wasn't what it is now,
Yeah.
And I actually loved Depeche Mode one year they headlined, but it was like the next year that it went nuts. I mean, I guess it was already going nuts, but I kind of kicked myself for never going because I love live music. I do. Anyway, that's good stuff, man. Hey, James. Hey, Laura. Hey, Pirate Princess Red in the house. What's going on? I'm so glad you guys are here. Appreciate you being here with our guest, Al, Florida Freaks. Check out his channel. So, Gonzo, talk a little more about your guys' relationship. It sounds like you know each other for a while. You met down at the parks. You had some fun at Toy Story Land, and well, I'll leave it there. Tell us more.
Yeah, like I was saying before, man, it's like a brotherhood now, like a YouTube brotherhood. Every time I go up there, I call him, hey, Al, what's up, man? I'm going to be there. What are we going to do? Are you available? The last time we met, it was the other day that we went to Universal. It was like 9 years. He hasn't been there. For me also, I think it was like 7 years. So it was cool that we could meet together at the same time, that we're going back to Hollywood, to Universal and Islands Adventure. So it was pretty cool. Our friendship, yeah, and then our friendship is more than videos. I mean, he has met my kids, both of my kids, my wife. We actually eat lunch together, dinner together, and I know his kids and the wife. So it become more than a YouTube friendship stuff. So that makes it a little more extra friendship, I guess. But it's good stuff. And what I like about Al, he's really, I would say this, like black and white, very sincere, and he tries to help out. He really wants to make sure that people out there in the YouTube community or anywhere, that we're here for you guys, and we can help you out, and we will help you guys out. And also, I know if anything that I need, he's gonna be there for me, and vice versa. He knows that as well. So it's become like a friendship family thing right now. He's a good YouTuber. I don't know if we put his channel already there. If not, we can post it. Go see him, like, subscribe. He's great. He's awesome. He has some vlogs there with his brother that you're gonna laugh the hell out of it. That guy is awesome. Rob he's funny, but great person. And please support him, subscribe, like, and all that stuff. I still love you too, Jeff, by the way. Don't get
fine,
I love you, brother.
Whatever. Hey, John, welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. RV into Disney and I are having an alternative rock music conversation in chat here. So Depeche Mode, I mentioned, obviously RVing with Disney knows good music. And yeah, Robert Smith's interview. If you're a Cure fan at all, Robert Smith, like this week, had a hilarious interview with a reporter who was freaking out about meeting Robert Smith, and he had a great reaction. I'll leave it at that. It's so fun. Oh, Angela, thank you for doing that. Yeah, so there's the links to Florida Freaks. Check him out. And don't forget Gonzo, too. Check out his channel. I appreciate you guys throwing those links in there. Angela, you're the best. So what do you got coming up on your channel, Al? Obviously, you've got a lot of trips to the park, and you mentioned some other things. I'll see what you want to say about it. But what do you got coming up? What do you want to promo? What do you want to share? Whatever.
Well, we actually, as Gonzo just brought into the conversation, the most famous man that nobody's ever heard of. That is the Robe.
The Robe.
Yes, the Robe. Yes, he's the most famous man that nobody's ever heard of.
Is this like Doctor Strange robe thing? See, little Marvel talk for Gonzo because they don't like that stuff.
He's a character that seems to think that he's more important than everybody else. He does a lot of stuff that he does a lot of club level and club level stays and like the extra special stuff that you could do if if you're able to, if you're famous like he is. But he's claimed as the most famous man that nobody's ever heard of because nobody's ever heard of him. But he is famous, though. He hangs out with a lot of famous people. And he's actually coming up in May. We're going to be doing another shoot. We're going to be doing actually a really large one. And Mr. Gonzo may be joining us on that one this time around. He's been trying to come out with us periodically, but, being out in Miami and the robe coming from mostly, everywhere. He's got houses everywhere.
Wow.
It's been hard to collaborate with that, but we're going to be doing that very soon. We're going to be going to the Grand Floridian very soon, staying club level, main building, overlooking the entire thing. Yeah, it's going to be incredible, and you're going to be able to see what a club level room is. That is.
So for those of us like me who don't know what club level means, it sounds expensive. What's club level mean?
Club level is basically like the presidential suite of Disney theme park.
That's
resort.
just a little above my pay grade. Just a little.
It's above all. I wouldn't even be there unless you didn't invite me. And that's the story. To give you a little history of the robe, is the robe used to come and visit me all the time, and he'd go to Disney World and he'd stay at these elaborate places. And every time he'd stay there, he'd call me up and he'd say, "Hey, I'm coming out there. I want you to come see me. I'm going to take care of you." He always says that kind of stuff. And I'm like, all right, no problem. I appreciate it. I missed you anyway. I want to see you and everything. And I'd go out there, and every single time I'd go out there, he'd say, "Call me from the lobby because you can't get up the club level without me," because he's got to do a special scanning thing with his armband here in Disney World. And so when I'd get to the lobby, I'd call him, and I'd say, "Hey, I'm here." And he'd say, "All right, I'm on my way down." And he'd come down, and he'd always be wearing this white robe. He's got jewelry on, he's got sunglasses on and sandals, and pretty much that's it. He's got boxers on underneath the robe.
He's
gone. Lounging out. He's looking like he's just sitting at home. And every time I'd be like, "What is this? What's wrong with you?" Everybody else is dressed like a tourist, and you're sitting here dressed like you're sitting in your living room. And he's like, "I'm on vacation." You always say that and stuff like that. So when we started to get into YouTube and everything, that's when the robe wanted to naturally get in with us, and he said, "What can I do? I'll do anything. I'll hold a camera for you. I don't care," and all that. And I said, "You know what, though? You know what would be funny? If we let people know how you really are." And so that's when the robe was born, because he said, "What are you going to call me, though?" Because obviously his name's not the robe. But he said, "What are you going to call me, though?" And I looked at his robe, and I said, "You wear that robe everywhere we go." And it's usually the complimentary white robe that you get from Disney when you stay in club level or something like that. So that's how he became the robe. And that's the history of the robe, if anybody was ever wondering. But
I mean, I don't want to like offend anybody. Maybe I'll meet the robe someday, but I don't know, a little creepy. I don't know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get my mind around some dude in boxing robe. Actually, I'm gonna have to get that out of me.
Man, it's funny. If you get a chance, go see them. And for everybody, like I said, and it's pretty good video. The Rob is pretty good character. I'd love to meet him someday. And we also have the Star Wars coming up, May the 4th. We're gonna be together.
Oh,
I'm not wearing a robe.
Yes.
That's coming too.
I could get myself in a robe for that. The robe. So yeah. So are you? I mean, Gonzo doesn't like Star Wars very much, but he's a big Marvel nut, right, Gonzo? What about you, Al? Are you Star Wars nut? Oh, look at him. He took his mute off for that. I knew that kid was mute off. He's almost what? Are you excited as much as we are, Al, about the upcoming
very,
Star Wars
excited.
stuff?
I am such a fan of Star Wars that I would hate to admit it, but I have signed action figures of Star Wars from David Prowse.
Signed by who? I must know.
Oh, yeah. I got David Prowse, a Darth Vader signed by David Prowse. I have a Chewbacca signed by his name's escaping me now. The big, tall, huge dude.
He actually, he lives, or he didn't move now, but he lives near me. He lived in the town where my organization is based, and he actually lives in a small town not far from me right now. I've never met him, but I know plenty of people who've met him.
Wow. Yeah. Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Also, and then I got both.
Very artsy guy, I hear. Very, very artsy.
I got the young and the old of who played Boba Fett. The
Oh,
young
wow.
Boba Fett and the old signed on the exact same. I have them. I could pull them out, but it'll take me a couple minutes. We didn't even think.
That's cool, bro. That's very cool. So do you go to conventions and events? How did you acquire these?
I used to go to Star Wars weekends that was held at Hollywood Studios way before anything else was coming. Yeah. And
so that's what's going on right now in Chicago. The big news came out of Chicago, the streaming price, the trailer, all of it. It's every 2 years, and it's something I might need to do in my future. It looks super, super fun.
Oh, yeah.
Kat said she saw A New Hope when she was 1. I was 7 in 77, Kat. So I got 6 on you. But yeah, I saw it when I was 7. And I remember walking out with Mama and going, wow, my life is better now. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
RV and said you get them signed at the conventions. Yeah, so there you go. So that's so cool. I'm a baseball guy. I used to actually collect. I still collect, but I actually made some money at one point in my life on baseball cards and other memorabilia. So there was a time in my life that I would go sign. No, I would go where there was people signing often, but never like in the fandoms. Never Star Wars. That wasn't a thing when I was doing it when I was in college and such. I'm kind of jealous because I would do it. That sounds. So who else did that? So Boba Fett. Chewbacca. Who else did you say? David Prost.
I was going to get C-3PO. I was going to have him sign something, but he told me.
Very cool. Wow.
He said, I don't sign figures. And
it's got to be hard. I was thinking that when you said that. It's got to be hard to do.
Yeah. All he signs is a little 3x5 photo of himself or of C-3PO. He will not sign anything else. So I kind of bow out on that. I just shook his hand, took a picture with him, and that was pretty much it on that.
Yeah, that's cool. So
I had an figure with me, so
that's really cool. In the day, I used to collect autographs, and I still do. I'm pointing to my wall. There's some autographs on the wall, but nowadays it's more about getting the selfie, right? Like if I, James Earl Jones, do I want his autograph
or do you want
a selfie? I don't know.
There with him, right?
yeah. I don't know which one I want more. I think I want the selfie. Depends on probably what, if I need a haircut really bad or whatever, right? But who knows?
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
But I wasn't really impressed with Star Wars 8 somewhat, although I think it was done well. It's just the storyline was kind of flawed, like everybody says, And it seems like J.J. Abrams grabbed 9, right? Is he directing 9?
Yeah, he is.
I believe so, right?
Yeah.
And
he is.
From the trailer that released today, man, it looks like it's going the right direction, and I'm very excited for it actually, and especially that last part. I don't want to give any spoilers away to anybody who hasn't seen the trailer yet. If there's anybody out there who hasn't seen it yet,
I'm sorry if you haven't seen the trailer at this time. We gotta get some spoilers out because we gotta talk about the trailer. I'm sorry.
I'm interested to hear what you say because there's not a lot of spoilers to give. So I'm gonna shut up and learn. What did we learn? I mean, we learned that we're excited and we got a movie coming in December. What did we learn?
So let me start. Let me ask this question: Is she a Skywalker? Is Palpatine coming back?
I'm guessing so. I mean, I know everybody who's been involved with the past. Oh, and then we have Lando Calrissian showing up in the Millennium Falcon.
Yep.
Which I was like, Billy D.
That's me too. Me too.
I think we all screamed Billy D at that point, and then, like I said, spoiler alert. You have the Emperor's voice coming in at the end of the trailer. And they say not all things die or whatever, go away or whatever they said. I was just like, I was on the floor at that point, so passed out.
But it could be a Force ghost. It could be. So I would submit and argue with me, please. Hey, Jack, Sandy Claus, Logan, I'm so glad you're here. Argue with me. We learned nothing. We learned that Rey has some Matrix moves and nothing else.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, they're keeping it quiet. You can tell they're keeping it quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
As they should. But
I agree. I'm okay with it. I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah.
You know what? I think the Star Wars fandom is a little bit nuts right now. Like they're so ready to pounce on every little thing. They're mad about Solo. They're mad about Episode 8. you know what? They were great movies. If you don't want to go watch it, don't watch it. Everybody knows if you're nuts like it, like we are, we're all going to be in line on the first day. I can't wait. I'm sad that it's going to be the last in our journey because this is it. As Iger said, they're going to work on TV shows. They've got some stuff in development. The guy from Game of Thrones has got a whole series he's working on. Maybe Boba Fett. We don't know. The Mandalorians obviously is going to be on Disney Plus, but we don't have anything other than in development that's a Disney movie after December, after Rise of Skywalker or whatever they're calling it. So
Rise of Skywalker, yeah.
But let me cut there. But how long is it gonna be before another movie? Because if this movie, I'm expected to be a hell of a movie to end the saga. In a couple of years, we need to have more movies. I'm sorry, we do.
We won't in the Skywalker saga. They've already said it. This is it. So they're going to have the Mandalorian TV show, the Cassian TV show. What am I missing? Oh, the Clone Wars, I guess. So that goes back. And then they have in development what? We don't really know. Benioff, the guy who's doing Game of Thrones, has been given a 3-movie development thing for, we don't know, but Boba Fett, that's what everybody, I don't even know why we think that. And then is there another one? There might be another set out in development. I'm not remembering, but my point is, and I don't think they're lying in this, it's not the Skywalker saga. So Luke, Darth, all of it is gone. Yeah. Han, Leia, poof, here.
Yeah. I heard something about a Yoda, biography of some sort, but
backstory. I'm in on all that backstory. Yeah. I love Solo, and everybody's still crying about Solo. I did too.
No, man, I don't know why.
I want more. Give me more Solo. But if you gave me an origin, how much could that be? An origin story of Yoda? How that could be awesome.
Oh God, how old is he? He's 800.
He might even be older than me.
So he's got a history. Is he older than that? I don't know.
But I mean, when we first meet him, he's an old, crusty little football-looking thing, and so there's all of this history where he was a stud. I'd like to learn about that. I really would. Hey, Nathan, welcome in. So glad you're here, buddy.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I think it's the Boba Fett thing, and I think that would be interesting. But I guess I think my point is, though, Skywalker's done. I mean, so Rey, just name all the characters, all of them. They're gone. We got amazing, 2 more.
It's amazing on that note that they would name the movie Rise of Skywalker.
I was intrigued by that.
Skywalker.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There has to be more than that. I mean, I don't. Yeah. Well, they said it, but I don't know. Why would you put a title like that? The Rise of Skywalker. That tells you that we're gonna bring some more stuff. That's what I think. But then again,
I hope you're right.
I don't know.
You think they're passing the torch? Maybe they're passing the torch, and we're gonna see some more
to her.
Yeah.
Maybe
next generation.
But is she a Skywalker?
That's the question at hand. I always said she was. Just because of the movies and the collaboration that she had with
I just don't like everybody. Here's my take on this, and I think it'll be unpopular, but I'm cool with that. We want it to be why? It's a whole universe. Why why the Skywalker clan? I mean, obviously there's connection. Obviously there's something there, but there's Yoda's not a Skywalker. Name all of the Jedi that we know that's not named Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader. Those are the ones that are the Skywalker.
Yeah.
Maul's not a Skywalker. All these studs aren't Skywalkers. I think it's something about us. We love the fandom that we want it to be the same family. I would be let down to find that out. I just don't think it's real. I don't know. I hope not, because it seems a little Jar Jar Binks to me. It seems a little too forced. But it is called Rise of Skywalker, right? Like I don't know. I'm stressed out about it. I'm intrigued by that whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like Al said before, they try to, and you said it too, Jeff, is they try to keep it the most secret as possible, because you don't know the plot. You know she gotten better because that Matrix move that she did, she couldn't do it before, so she's gotten better. Kylo probably is getting better. He saw that mask with the red things, orange, whatever it was. Then the Emperor at the end laughing, which I'm pretty sure it was him, but then again, you never know. I mean, they throw you like a little, like they're fishing, you know?
Yeah. Well,
trying to throw you in.
You know, there's another one though. You mentioned Kylo Ren's such a great character, and we don't know much about Kylo Ren. I would love. I'm sad we get 2 more hours of it, and Kylo's going to get 20 minutes of it. Like I'd like to know a lot more about him.
Yeah.
Maybe he dies. Maybe they all die. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say with that. Hey, RVing to Disney says a little secret. My brother worked on George Lucas' home, and Larry Ellison, she says Oracle's home, the guy who runs Oracle, had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, so he didn't give out too much detail. Here's the detail I know: they were rich. That's super cool. I would love to pick their brain. That's very, very fun.
Oh yeah,
man. Yeah. But you know what, Kylo? And I think we talked about this before, Jeff. He's not a great Sith. I mean, he's okay, but I'm not.
He's a good character. I'm not saying he's Sith. He's a character. He certainly, and that's the thing that Rey is intrigued with him, right? He's still conflicted.
Yeah.
He's got too much good in him.
She thinks he's going to be a good guy.
I don't know.
That's what Rey seems.
I don't like him. I'm sorry. I said it. I don't like him.
No, I do. So as the dad of 4 daughters, I want Rey to just leave him alone. But apparently she's not going to do that because, I mean, girls, I don't understand it. They like the bad boy. I don't get it, right? RV and saying, yeah, exactly. What's it with the bad boys? But I think he's a great character. I think he's a great actor. I really, really like him.
Yeah.
I think that we're going to have enough arc with Rey. I don't think we're going to have enough of an arc with Kylo. I just don't. I don't know. I'm going to be disappointed that it's done.
No, and you know the end of the movie is going to be that Jar Jar Binks rules the galaxy. So be ready for that.
Yeah. Oh God, can you imagine?
So, if I were a betting man, and I am, I would bet you against that one. That would be rough.
What if?
Yeah, Jar Jar.
Paint a scenario for you. A joking scenario, by the way. So don't jump on me, Star Wars fans. But what if?
I'm talking to you, Gonzo.
What if? What if at the end of Episode 9? And they're going to reveal the Emperor, and the Emperor's back is turned towards the camera, and it pans in, gets dramatic. You're hearing the voice, it's getting crazy, and all of a sudden, Jar Jar Binks turns around and looks at you, and he's like, "Misa think this movie is crazy."
Oh my God, that would be funny though.
I don't think so.
That would be funny though, that's for sure, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's impossible.
That is really.
And another thing is how this guy comes back to flying the Falcon. How does it get in the movie? In what part does it come back? Yeah, he got his ship back, but how did he get it? That's gonna be another interesting thing to see how that develops in the story. You know.
I'm thinking that Chewbacca probably tapped him or something like that and was like, you know, Han's dead. You know, you could have your ship back. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gotta be fun, man. And like I told my brother today, we have another movie coming up in December that we can watch together because I can't wait for it. I know you guys can't wait for it. I know the people in the chat can't wait for it. And for us that we are hardcore fans for Star Wars, we can't wait for it. And this is the year, man. Star Wars Land, all these used movies that are coming up, the last movie of the saga. Hopefully, I become a Jedi in my next life. And imagine that. That would be great. But no, seriously, I think JJ is a great director. He's a great producer. And I expect a lot of things. So JJ, if one day you see this video, I expect a lot from you on this one. Love you, Gonzo.
We only got 10 in the house. Only 10 in the house currently. I doubt one's JJ, but maybe on the replay. You never know.
Absolutely.
Feel free to share it with him if you've got his email address. You never know. Yeah, no, I'm a huge JJ Abrams fan. I mean, for years. I think he's I remember when they announced it was going to be him. I was excited. I think he's great. Anyway, I'm excited about it. I would like to ask you guys. So if they're not going to do Skywalker, but they're going to do more, whether it be TV shows or movies. We've been talking about Boba Fett. We talked about Yoda. What else would you like to see? What other stories would you like to see the arcs get the belt on?
More Solo. We need more Solo. We need more, probably. What else? Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Yeah, probably.
Man, I would love
probably.
to see.
Probably Princess Leia. More story of that. But Boba Fett and Han Solo, if we can get some more, please. Let's have some more, because I really want more. I felt in Solo. Solo was a good movie, but I felt we could have more storyline there, more things about his life. I know they tried to rush everything in, what is it, 2 hours, 2 hours, or hour and a half, whatever was the movie.
Yeah.
But I expect more Solo stories, and also Boba Fett and some other characters. Again, Skywalker, if it's gone, it's gone. That's it. There's nothing we can do about it. But those two things for me will be great to see. I know we're going to have TV shows and movies around there, but those are the two things I'll be looking forward, more or less, to be honest with you.
So I didn't hear you say Lando. I really thought that character. I loved it. Well, shoot, I loved it in Empire Strikes Back, and I enjoyed him. He was a little weird, but I enjoyed him quite a bit in Solo, and there's a lot to learn there after Solo and before Solo. Hey, Orlando Theme Park 360 in the house. Welcome in. I think you didn't like Laura MC. Didn't like the Solo actor. I thought he was pretty darn good. I thought he was really good, actually. That's interesting. So there's a neat question. Who would you like to see play Solo? I mean, we might be getting in the weeds a little bit, but I love playing those kinds of games. But I thought, oh geez, what's his name? Childish Gambino, but what's his real name?
Yeah,
find it. The guy who played Lando and Solo.
Yeah, he did.
Can't I think of his name? Well, whatever. I thought he did a good job. What's that?
I think he did a phenomenal spot-on job, man.
Yeah, I did too.
That was glad he is Lando Calrissian when he was young.
Smooth, suave, yeah.
Right.
I love that scene where they met and they were gambling, playing poker, but not poker. You know what I'm saying? And how it worked out, and so just that's where they met. I love that we met them. Then they reconnected at the end. Then Han and Chewie take the Millennium Falcon, but then Lando's got this whole arc where he becomes the governor of the Cloud City. I mean, there's so much we can learn there. I think it could be a neat arc. And I've heard people talk about the Chewbacca arc. We could learn more about that. I don't know if I agree with that. We all love Chewie, but more of a secondary character in my opinion, but still super fun. But there's just so much.
Yeah.
I think that for me, the one that I like to see the most would be an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. There's so much there that, we know him as Ewan McGregor doing awesomeness. Then
Absolutely.
We know him as the old guy. What happened to the Qui-Gon? And then what about Qui-Gon Jinn? Hey, Christy, how are you? We can certainly learn a lot about Qui-Gon Jinn.
True. That's a lot of stories they could pull out, and that's amazing about Star Wars. They can grab something and make it maybe a 3-movie series or TV, so there's a lot of material there. And I think we're going to have a lot of Star Wars no matter what. For us that are big fans.
Oh yeah, there'll be plenty.
Yeah, so it's going to be, I can't wait to see the future of Star Wars, honestly. It's going to be great.
Let me ask you this, Al, specifically you. Are you more or less excited about more Star Wars content on TV, specifically Disney Plus, or are you bummed out that it's not going to be in the movies?
I love the movie experience. I love going to huge,
big screens
and everything. Yeah. I love IMAX. IMAX is great.
Yeah.
Especially when you get into the 3D and then you get into these other, I don't know if you've ever been to if you have any of these kind of theaters. We have a few here. I can't remember what they're called though, but it's basically the seats move and stuff. And that's how I saw episode 7 in that theater where the seats would actually move around while you're watching the show. And it's pretty good. They like run
a ride almost, like
when they shoot. And it was pretty cool.
I've not done that.
Yeah,
That
it's a
sounds fun.
major experience. I can't remember. It's called I think it's called D Box or something like that, or
Well, I've heard about 4D, so maybe it's that.
maybe it's 4D Box or
Yeah,
something.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
it's some type of. If anybody knows in the chat, go ahead and scream it out. But it's a really good. It's a really nice experience, and I just think like I have a huge television here. I have like a 70-inch widescreen television out in the living room and all that, but it's just not big enough. It's got to be a movie theater for me on certain days. Like Avengers, I'm gonna go see that in the movie theater. I'm not gonna wait till it comes out or anything like that. I'm on video, what we used to call video. We don't even call it video anymore, but
yeah.
I died with Blockbuster. But I'm I'm looking forward to going to the movie theater and seeing Avengers Endgame. I want to see it there. I want to not necessarily in 3D. I know I said I like the 3D aspect and everything, but some movies I don't want to see in 3D because it's just, it's got its ups and downs about it and stuff like that. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
I deeply agree with that. Sometimes I really enjoy it, and sometimes like, why was that in 3D?
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
By the way, Al, it's called D-Bucks. D/Bucks. That's what it's called.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'll say about 3D? The reason to get a 3D ticket, at least where I live, is because there's hardly anybody there. Everybody goes in the other one, and so I got like a lot more space to myself when I get a 3D ticket. I'll pay an extra $3 or whatever and spill my own popcorn instead of have somebody else spill their popcorn on me.
I think me and Gonzo, and if you're ever in town, and something's going on for movies, I think we should go and hit up the AMC Dine-In theater.
So I did that for the first time for Dumbo. I didn't do it on purpose. It was prom night. We dropped off the kid. Then we're going to take the younger daughter to go see Dumbo. We didn't know that was the theater, so we didn't even buy dinner. But that's cool, and it was comfy. Like it was. I remember telling the wife, and she agreed deeply. If this movie's not good, I will be asleep because this is comfy. And then they're bringing people food, and the menu was very impressive. So I didn't know we had just eaten dinner. We didn't know it was a dine thing. So anyway, I'll do that again. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've always wanted to. So, Gonzo, keep that on the schedule there because we can do a vlog on it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I've done it before, and it's pretty good. Yeah, the food is pretty good. But yeah, we could do it for sure.
That'd be really cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, for sure.
RVing to Disney says the 3D sometimes takes away from the small details from the background. I think I agree with that. Again, like if it's Avatar, I think Solo might have been good that way. Like if it's like a space movie sense, if you need that extra depth thing. But I don't know, Nightmare Before Christmas or something, I don't need it to be, Frozen, I don't need to be 3D. So I don't know. I'll leave it to the, hey, Teresa, welcome in. I'll leave it to the pros. But I don't, it is what it is. But again, for an extra $3 and have nobody sit next to me, I'm down for that any day. New theater in Margaritaville. Oh, nice. Margaritaville. So Jimmy Buffett style. Nice. You get a free concert too?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Free concert.
So what else you got coming up on your channel? I meant to ask you. So you mentioned pre the show a little Twitch streaming. So you like to game a little bit. You want to talk about that a little bit?
That's what this is all about back here. Usually I have things going on back here, but we can't chroma key on Hangouts. I don't think so. But yeah, well, aside from the camera's, everything else, but the photo shoots and everything. But yeah, I have a setup for Twitch. It's Alicor on Twitch, twitch.tv/Alicor, ALIKOUR. And I stream Fortnite. I stream Apex Legends and a game called Dauntless, which is a really cool game. And then, and I'm going to start streaming like other stuff like The Sims and stuff like that. But basically, I wanted my photography company to start merging into gaming, into more video production than photography. In fact, tomorrow will basically be my last real photo shoot. That I'm actually in a concert setting and doing the concert type thing. But and the reason why, it's not that I don't like photography. It's not that I have a problem with anybody or anything. It's just I'm wanting to do more video. I've always been a video lover, you know, a video producer or someone.
Yeah.
I just think video is just much better to be able to express yourself than photography.
It's another level of storytelling, right?
Yeah.
I mean, especially with
I'm not going to
concerts.
really say better, actually. I'm going to recant on that. I'm going to actually say it's just a different outlet, you know, and
Sure.
it's a more extreme outlet. You're able to more, you know, show what you got going on more fluently than you can with photos. You know, a picture speaks 1,000 words, of course, but video, you know, says full sentences. You know, so.
Well, and especially when you're talking about live music. I mean, concert video. My first YouTube video that got any views at all was me at a 30 Seconds to Mars. I wasn't doing it. It's not even this account. Like I got some songs. I think we got The Kill on there, threw it on there, got a couple thousand views. I'm like, hey, I'll check this out. And
Yeah.
we went and saw Bruce Springsteen. We were in like row 8. Got some great.
Cool.
People surfed like 2 people in front of us. Got some great pictures. And I'm not a pro, and that was really, really fun. So I can see what you're saying. It makes me think. I don't know if you've watched the documentary on Guns N' Roses, Axl jumping into the crowd and smashing the guy because he was taking pictures. I'm guessing in your field, you know of what I speak. Do you know that story?
Of course, yes. Yeah.
Lewis incident, I believe. Isn't it called
There's a lot of stories in
incident?
there. If you notice the Motley Crue, The Dirt, I don't know if
I
anybody's
haven't
seen
seen it
that.
yet. I haven't seen it.
That is phenomenal. And every single thing, every account that you see on that thing, on that doc, I want to call it a documentary because it is a documentary. Every single thing, even the stuff that you're like, no, wait, they did not do that. I can't believe Ozzy Osbourne did that because Ozzy's in it too. Not the real Ozzy, but someone playing as Ozzy. But yeah, they really did do that. Kind of, it's pretty aggressive. They were a wild bunch.
I hear that Nikki Sixx said that it was a lot worse than they were able to show. That's what I read.
Yeah. Oh no, they couldn't. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff they left out. But as far as what you're seeing, though, that stuff really did happen. I mean, they had. I don't want to get into it too much because it is kind of graphic. But well, actually, this isn't graphic though. The scene where Tommy Lee is running through the hotel room and knocking on all the doors in his underwear and then having the police run around and chase him, that really did happen. I remember the newspaper clipping on that back in the day when that happened because my brother was a huge Motley Crue fan, still is today, and we followed Motley Crue religiously. And every little tiny thing that they did, you know, and even, you know, the car accident, which, you know, speaks volumes on that. Tommy Lee with Pamela Anderson, that's a big thing, you know.
Yeah, they were as notorious. Well, them and Guns N' Roses, I would say, for at least my era, were as notorious as you could get.
Yeah, and then Nikki Sixx overdosing, you know,
a couple times
with Ziggy from Guns N' Roses, you know. That was a big thing, and I couldn't believe that actually happened. I thought we lost Nikki Sixx for a while there, you know, because he actually died for 3 or 4 minutes. So,
have you seen the YouTube video Nikki Sixx did? He was promoting his solo album a couple years ago, but he's in a record store guy, and he's pretending to be a record store guy, and he's trying to not get noticed. But I mean, it's Nikki Sixx. Yeah. And most of them, I don't know, most of them, plenty of people recognize him. And he's like, no, that's not me. And have you seen that video?
Yeah. I think he's promoting 6 a.m.
Yes.
The band 6 a.m. Yeah. And yeah, I thought that was hilarious, dude. Nikki Sixx is a great guy anyway, all the way around.
I've heard him in interviews. He's likable, man. The other ones seem like boneheads, but he seems like a really likable guy.
He's a fun, he went through a lot of stuff in his lifetime, you know, and Tommy's just a really crazy guy. Vince Neil, he was the womanizer, you know, he still is somewhat. But.
He's drunk 24/7 from what the tabloids said. I mean, apparently him and Nick Cage are in Vegas slammed every dang weekend.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, he actually in West Palm Beach, he has a club there called Dr. Feelgoods.
So tell you what, though, if you want, I mean, just my 2 cents for that style of music, who has a better voice than Vince Neil? I mean, for that style, like, can you imagine? So
That's a
Van
hard one,
Halen.
man.
What's that?
That's a hard question.
So
You're
listen
talking
to
about the
Van
genre,
Halen.
right?
Van Halen has David Lee Roth, and they have great
Right.
success. And then they bring in Sammy Hagar, and no matter what side you're on it, they had more success. Could Motley Crue have done that? I don't think they could, man. With
No.
Vince Neil's voice, so iconic.
They got rid of Vince Neil for a little while.
How'd that go?
And they brought in who was that they brought in?
Nobody.
Yeah, basically. I mean, he was in the band for like 6 or 7 months, and yeah, then they brought Neil back. So
Yeah, and then you can say that about Axl too. I mean, there are some bands that you can get to lead Journey because you can get the voice, but there's some bands that it's the personality and the voice, and Vince Neil is definitely one of them. I mean, he's a weird dude, but
yeah,
he did that band. I mean, he does for me anyway.
yeah. It was a collaboration that was godly in a way as far as Motley Crue goes. I don't know if you're hearing.
So you
That was loud.
You obviously do a lot of live music stuff. Who are some of your favorite bands that you got to cover?
Well, actually, yeah, my top favorite photography-wise bands that I've shot is Chevelle, hands down. Chevelle's fantastic. They're good friends of mine as well.
Really?
Yes, I love those guys. Whenever they come to Florida, they usually hit me up and say, "Hey, we're in town. Come." I'm their in-house Florida photographer in a way.
Nice.
Also, Nonpoint. I'm pretty good friends with Rob, the drummer of Nonpoint.
That's good.
And yeah, they're great band. They're the ones who sang that song. I Got a Bullet with a Name on It.
Okay. I didn't recognize the name. So that's not my genre of choice. I'm an alternative rock guy. I like a lot of stuff. But one of my best buddies in the world loves this style of music that we're talking about. He's actually been up on stage with Marilyn Manson, which is a whole thing. And maybe one night I'll have him on. It wasn't me, it was him. But he loves that genre. And I know he likes it well. So that's cool. Hey, Brandy and Dave. Hey, Cinder Alley. Hey, Laser Cat. Hey, Finding Disney. I'm sorry if I missed you guys popping in. I'm so glad you guys are here. Brandy and Dave have a question. Who's this Florida Freaks guy?
I know Brandy and Dave. They're great people.
I had a feeling from that
message. They're good people.
Yeah, they are. I love them. Well, this has been fun. I'm enjoying this. So tell us a little bit more about what you got going on tomorrow. Because if anybody's in the air, we got 10 in the house. I think we're up to 14 at one point. So I don't know if anybody's in your Orlando area, but go ahead in case somebody just popped in here late. Where are you at tomorrow so they can meet up with you if you're interested, and or what you got coming on your videos and your YouTube and your Twitch for anybody who just popped in, Al?
Absolutely. Well, tomorrow I'm going to be shooting Earth Day Birthday 26. It's a local, well, not local, it's a local and mainstream collaboration of bands that is outdoor. It's at the Central Florida Fairgrounds, located in Orlando, Florida. It's a huge thing. Usually about 5,000 people show up. I'll be in the photo pit taking pictures as usual. This is the 7th time around that I'm doing it. As far as Florida Freaks goes, we'll be at May 4th celebration with MrGonzoPR. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. Very excited for that, especially with everything that's going on with the Star Wars world right now as we speak.
Yeah, May the 4th is kind of a big day, so there you go.
It's going to be awesome. And then after that, we have the Robe in May coming back. He's going to be doing a big Grand Floridian club level showdown. He's going to be showing everything. He's living it up. He's on vacation. That's what he's telling me. He's already sent me a whole bunch of letters already. Speaking of the Robe, though, I'd like to give a shout out to him. I know he's not in here right now, but he's probably going to watch later because he kind of follows me around and makes sure I doesn't talk too much trash about him. I'd like to give a shout out to him because he did hook me up with this. Okay.
Oh, nice.
This is a GoPro Hero 7 Black, the latest one that just came out, and I am very happy that he hooked me up with this because I had a 5 session, GoPro 5 session, and it held up, and it's great. I still have it, and I'm going to be using it for like pools and stuff like that to throw down in the. I'm thinking some really cool shots of somebody coming down a slide and having
very
that
cool
shot underwater, when they come through.
Love it.
But yeah, I'm very happy that he supported the channel and hooked that up, man. And he's been a big support ever since day one. and I really appreciate him. I really do. Same thing with Mr. Gonzo. I really appreciate you, sir. You've been a big supporter of my channel and everything that I do, constantly wanting to collaborate and constantly wanting to do all the really cool stuff that's out there in Disney World and even Universal. So I really appreciate you, sir. And I appreciate you, Dole of Dad. Me and you go back a while, though, as far as just chatting and stuff, because we've been on different outlets together.
So I was going to ask you. I think I hooked up with you. Well, hooked up, that sounds creepy. I think we met on Twitter originally. Am I incorrect?
Yes, I think we did on Twitter.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't 100% sure.
You know the kilt guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we've been in his live streams before together.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Of course.
I thought so, but I wasn't bold enough to ask. I go, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And of course,
cool.
Prince Charming Dev, you know.
Yeah, he was in the chat earlier. Yeah.
Yep.
I love his channel. I love his streams. He's one of my favorites, and I'm not just saying that because he was in here earlier. He, I remember watching him when I think he got his GoPro and he went underwater at I don't know, whatever one of the water parks was, and he was floating down the stream, and it just made me happy. You know, he's just a good. I mean, I don't know him personally yet. I'm looking forward to meeting him, but he's a good guy. One of my favorite channels.
It's nice.
And you know what? What's that?
It's nice to be nice. Remember that.
Yeah, right.
That's what he always says.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I will use that as a nice segue to say there's so many good channels in the chat here, guys. And I'm honored to have you. And Gonzo, I'm honored to have you on here. And I'm so glad you brought Al, your friend, on here. I'm glad to actually know you. I mean, that's weird. Like, I get, it's a Twitter handle, it's a YouTube channel, but something about talking to somebody face to face seems more real. And so I'm glad we got to do it. It seems like that's our topic every week, Gonzo, when we talk about, I don't know, the friendships we grow. And and by the way, Gonzo, what a nice post you had on Instagram today. Honored to be on that list, man. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's and I meant it. It's good to have that friendship, and we don't have to be sitting together next to each other. I mean, everybody's in their own thing. We have our real life kind of thing, if you want to call it. But at the end of the day, we have friends. It's a family. It's a big community. It's family. And when I saw that picture, I was like, oh, let me post it and let me ask a few people here that I really enjoy their friendship, brotherhood, and the help and the support. And thank you, Al, and always honored to be here, Jeff, for the opportunity to provide this platform and work together every Friday night. And it's good, man. So thank you both. And Al, I can't wait to see you soon, brother. And it's going to be amazing stuff coming up this year. And you know what? Mr. Dole Dad is coming with us Star Wars Galaxy opening day. He is. So that's going to be awesome.
I'm excited about it.
I can't wait to see him here with us in Disney. It's going to be great.
I can't wait to be there, man. It still blows my mind to think I'm really going to be there. I've told Gonzo, I've told Wifey, I've told anybody, listen, whether I ride the Millennium Falcon and save the galaxy, or I just watch everyone in that line, just being physically there is blowing my mind. Like I don't even care what happens. I just want to be there. And I'm excited. Hey, Christy. Hey, Stacy. How are you guys? Welcome in. So glad you're here. I think that, I say this every week. So I apologize to anybody, especially Gonzo has to hear this every week, but I get to see the cantina. I get to, just walking the premises. I'm going to be 7 years old again. And I can't wait. I just can't wait. I still don't even think, like, part of me thinks I'm going to wake up and I'm like, what? Why did I think they built the Star Wars land? How crazy of an idea is that? I'm so excited. I can't even make words come out in the right order.
Mind blowing is what I said.
Yeah. So let me ask you, what are you most excited about, Al? What are you most excited about in Galaxy's Edge?
What am I most excited about? The atmosphere, like you're saying, the atmosphere. That is what I'm more in tune. I know that unless we're VIP or something like that, unless we get a VIP pass, I'm just throwing that out there to a couple of the other YouTubers that are in here in case they want to do VIP, just real quick. Well, I know we're not going to get on any rides. We're not even probably going to be able to walk.
It doesn't even bug me. Like, I'm happy to, but that wouldn't even bug me.
I know, it doesn't. It doesn't bother me because the atmosphere, everything that I've seen of what they're building there, you know, just by walking by and getting some aerial shots from other rides and stuff, it's like, oh my God. Especially, do yourself a favor, if you go to Hollywood Studios before they open Star Wars Land, get on Slinky Dog and ride Slinky Dog. You get a beautiful view of the entire Star Wars area when you go over that one hump. I got it on my video. I actually slowed it down by 50% and did like a slow-mo pass by when me and Devin rode. When me and Prince Charming Dev rode on there. So, but it is amazing though, and that's it. The atmosphere is just going to be the most enticing thing.
Me too. Well said. Exactly what you said. And you know what? For me, there's one more thing that I haven't really been saying, but I've been thinking about this. This is so weird. Like, so I've been blessed. I've got to meet people, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I don't get starstruck very often. Again, I've been blessed with meeting some neat people. That said, I'm so excited to meet a few Disney YouTubers. I just really am. I mean, you mentioned Prince Charming. You guys now. I mean, I just, oh yeah. I don't know. It's like my niche that I want to be a part of. That I, what's the right word? I want to find the right word. Well, I just respect it a lot. I just think they're out there chasing their dreams and sharing what they love the most. And I mean, what better people on the planet are there than people sharing what they love the most? So I can't wait. There's a bunch of names. I don't want to leave anybody out, but so many people that if I could just, you know, get a selfie with another YouTuber that I admire, whether they're a good friend or they're just a name that I don't know, that's pretty cool. And they're all going to be there that day. Are you kidding me? They're all going to be there that day.
They're all going to be there, man. And when Toy Story Land opened, everybody was there. Real quick, Orlando theme Park 360, which is friend of ours, Brian. Thank you for being here. He's saying that VIP looks like it will be allowed in WDW. Disneyland already said that VIP has no access for the first 2 months. So that's interesting. We got to see, man, because we were planning to do a VIP thing. And I don't know. We got to see. And another thing is, I think, if you mentioned that you have to have reservation for the hotel in order to go in or something like that in Disneyland. They haven't said anything about WDW. So I don't know, but at the end of the day, it's going to be crazy. Like, if we need to get a telescope or something to look at the park, I'll be happy. As long as I'm there with you guys, I'll be happy. And I can wait, man. I can't wait to see what's going to happen that day. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I mean, everybody is going to be there that day for sure.
Yeah. So I think I shared earlier, I know I've told people before, I'm a baseball nut too. And I don't anymore. I live out in Texas now. But when I lived out in San Diego, me and two buddies would go out to spring training every year, like for over a decade probably. And it got to the point where we knew where to be and where to go and who to meet. And, you know, I mean, we were blessed. We got to meet a lot of people, a lot of ball players, a lot of people. And at the end, I just appreciated it in such a way that it didn't even matter. Like, you know, Trevor Hoffman could walk by and we just nod. And it was amazing to know that he recognized us and I recognized him. And I don't know if you guys know who that is. It doesn't matter. He's a Padre guy. But my point is, sometimes for me, just being there and seeing it and having that memory, like I don't know, maybe I'm getting to be that old guy, but sit me on a park bench and let me see all of it. You know, a little girl looking at the castle is still my favorite thing. A little boy being excited to be on Pirates of the Caribbean for the first time, I still love that. You know, come on, are you kidding me? Just the fact that I'm going to be in the park that day, it's still, I feel like I'm lying to myself. So there's zero chance I don't have like one of the best days of my life that day. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
And also, I'd like to add on that. Every episode of Florida Freaks, I always put up this thing. It's a funny thing, but it does have a lot of context to it. I call it the Tri logo. It has the 3 different companies that my company runs, and when it goes up, it says the funny part of it is I'm going to be famous on them YouTubes, right? Which has history alone on too, and I may do a video on that, exactly where that phrase comes from. But it also says underneath it, "Welcome to the family," and that goes out to what we were talking about before about collaboration and everything else like that. When that comes up on the screen, and it says "Welcome to the family." I'm welcoming subscribers to our family, but what I mean by family is not my personal family, my wife and my kids and everything. I mean my YouTube family. Welcome to the YouTube family, because you're going to see everybody. You're going to, on Florida Freaks especially, but also you're going to see everybody and have connections with everybody that has to do with YouTube. And
Yeah.
And any
Well said.
YouTubers that are watching right now or watching later, if you guys ever want to collaborate with me or Mr. Gonzo at the theme parks and you know, Dole with Dad as far as these streams go and everything else, just do not hesitate to contact through email, please, or social media.
Yeah.
And
Well, and that's a great segue. Well said. And so there's zero chance that even if I sit on that park bench on Galaxy's Edge, I'm getting all kinds of content for my for my channel. So that's good right there. I mean, if that's the bottom of the barrel, that's a great day. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Stacy Rogers, and Stacy, I love you, Stacy. That is so good. I'm just going to read it word for word. I bet walking into Galaxy's Edge will be like seeing the ocean for the very first time. If you've never taken someone to see the ocean that has never seen it, it's amazing. And Stacy, you're so right. I in San Diego. Often family and friends would come to our house because we lived in San Diego and they were vacationing where we lived, and we would take them to the water, and I bet half the time somebody in the group was crying. So and I just, if I cry on somebody's video at Galaxy's Edge, I'm gonna be so angry. But maybe because I'm pretty. No, but that's Stacy. That's so right on the money. I totally feel that. You know, are Bob and Ashley still in here? A couple of people have asked this form of this question. You know, what's your first moment that you remember in Disney? And it's often seeing that castle, especially seeing your kids see that castle. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same.
Yeah, it's great to see that, and I think I mentioned the first time we did a blog together. It's like Disney's being awesome and huge part of my family. And when I was a little kid, I'm 41, right? And I remember when I was a kid, I used to go with my dad, and we used to ride what's the name of that ride? The car, the Grand Prix ride. And I was
the Tomorrowland Raceway.
There you go, the raceway. Yeah. So I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to drive it, but I couldn't drive it. And then down the line, I was doing the same thing with my kid. And I even told my brother, man, I get chills because I just realized I'm here with my little kid.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I'm doing the same thing that my dad did.
Yeah.
And I start crying, and my kid goes, "Why are you crying, Daddy?" Don't worry, son, I'm just happy. And then I explained to him what happened. But that's why I love Disney, because I spend time with family, with friends, and it's something that is running my family since I'm a kid. I'm 41, so what? Probably 37, 38 years already, at least for me, more or less.
Yeah.
So great.
And it's amazing. Every time I see the castle when I go to Magic Kingdom, it's a great feeling. I'm actually finally home. You feel like you're home. And there's no one that can tell me otherwise. I love Disney to death. It's being home. I'm home. I feel like home. And it's a great feeling when I'm there. And again, it's amazing. And I hope I could do it 40, 50 plus more years, because it's a great feeling, man.
I love that. I'll tell you, DVC, when we became DVC, they call it home, welcome home. I know it's marketing. I sell, we all sell, whatever. But once I signed up for DVC and they said it became less hokey because they were talking to me. And so I totally know what you mean, Gonzo, and I totally agree. But I'm going to say it again, though. Like, one of my favorite things is watching, whether it's a little kid in my, group, maybe it's one of my kids, or now I've got a grandson. He's only 2. He hasn't been yet, but it could just be somebody else. Like, I'm the creepy guy watching somebody else's family sometimes, because I love watching those little kids' excitement. Like, I mean, Stacy said it, bringing people to the beach. I've taken kids to Disney multiple times for the first time, and I mean, That's my favorite thing in the world to do. That's why I want all my kids to make me some more grandkids so I can do that a whole bunch of times because it's the best. And obviously gives me a reason to pop in there. Brandy and Dave. Yeah, okay. So Brandy and Dave, I'm still behind in the podcast, by the way. But Brandy and Dave are in here. Check out their channel. But most importantly, not most importantly, in addition to that, check out their podcast, guys. They've got some great guests. I was on there once, but other than that, they'll have some great guests. And I'm like 4 podcasts behind, guys. So I actually was downloading them this morning. I'll get caught up. I love that. Actually, I'm doing some packing and some moving. So Brandy and Dave are going to be in my background. Well, probably a lot tomorrow. I love podcasts. And if you're into podcasts, Brandy and Dave are up some of the best. And if you're not in podcasts, pick yourself. It's great. Stacy says, why? Don't be angry. Don't be angry, but don't be angry because you definitely won't be the only one crying, Jeff. So, okay, so Stacy, I'll tell you a story that I don't like telling. Apparently, I don't mind telling it. So I was on the front page of the San Diego Union once. San Diego Union is the biggest paper in San Diego County. And it was crying like a little wimp because we tied. It's a football thing in high school, and it's a whole long, stupid story. But, yeah, they caught me teared up, and that just stinks. So whatever. So apparently I only cry on big YouTubers channels and the San Diego Union, but whatever. Cinder Alley has a question for you, Al. Do you have an Instagram handle that we could oh, never mind. Florida Freaks Instagram handle. Angela Red just put it in there. So thank you. Give his channel some love. Here, I'll put his link in for his channel too.
Thank you, Pirate Princess.
There is his Instagram handle. And there's his YouTube channel. So there's a good segue. Al, where else can they find you?
You could find me on everything. It doesn't matter what it is. You've got Google Plus, type in Alicor. You'll find me.
Google Plus. You're the last one to have Google Plus. You get still on MySpace too?
No, I'm not. Actually, yeah, I am. Now you mentioned it, yeah. But no, the major platforms would be Facebook, obviously. We have Facebook, Alicor Productions, LLC on Facebook. That's the main hub. But there's Florida Freaks on Facebook if you just want to be on the Florida Freaks side of that. Instagram has an Instagram Florida Freaks. It's called Official Florida Freaks because apparently somebody else before me used Florida Freaks as their handle.
No way. No way.
But it's Official Florida Freaks, as you can see on there. And also Twitter, we have Alicor Studios on Twitter. But very soon, like in the next week or so, I'm just trying to get past this photo shoot and trying to get past a couple other things. But I'm going to be putting together an actual Florida Freaks Twitter because a lot of people have come back to me and been like, you know, why don't you have a Florida Freaks Twitter? Why are you only having Alicor? You know? And so, yeah, we're going to actually merge onto that. I may even start doing some separate social media for Alicor Twitch. Because that's starting to build up pretty good too now, and just starting to separate a lot of things. You know, make the main hub Alicor Productions LLC because that's the parent company, but you know, have Florida Freaks have its own identity and have Alicor Twitch have its own identity too. You know, as far as Beyond Backstage, it's another channel that I was working on. We're putting that on hold because, as you can tell, I already have my plate overfilling right now, so yeah, there's had to be something that was cut back a little bit, and but Jack Connor will be working on Beyond Backstage eventually. Nice. Beyond Backstage is another channel that we were working on where we were going to take local artists from around Central Florida and take them outside their normal. That's why it's called Beyond Backstage. It's off the stage. We take them to Disney World. We take them to Universal. We take them to NASA. We were even thinking of jumping out of an airplane with one of the bands. But we're not doing that now. We're actually going to cut back on that. That channel's going to be on hold for quite a while, and we're mostly going to be focusing on Florida Freaks and on Twitch, and get those outlets, you know, and not walk away from those outlets so much and lack, you know, creativity on those. So
yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, there's only so many hours in the day, right? I totally get that. I mean, I respect that. I mean, actually being strategic with your time is the most important thing we can do in life, let alone in this, whatever this is, whether it be a business or a hobby. So I applaud you for that. That's smart.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I'm a little behind. Christy, I did want to ask you. So is there anything you need me or anybody else in the loop to do do. Let me know if you're still here and you need us to do anything. That reminds me, I'm doing a loop. I'm doing a May the 4th be with you loop. It's going to be from May 1st to May 31st or May 30th, or however many days are. So inspired by you. If you or anybody want to be in my loop, yes. The information last weekend, but got a house thing going on. So, but for May, I'm gonna do a loop. You're all welcome. If you got a Disney YouTube channel, obviously, love to have you. Just a $20, about $20 prize, one winner, just like Christy did, inspired by Christy. And Christy, I'd love to have you. Shoot, I'll even buy your thing just as a thank you to you because you're awesome. Orlando says they've got a MySpace. That's awesome. Finding Dizzy says she misses they miss MySpace. Yeah, I do not. But there you go. They did have some good music out there, didn't they? Stacy asked about Google Plus. Yeah, it is dead except for the enterprise. They actually came out with some stuff yesterday. For individuals, it's Gonzo, but for enterprise, it's there. They're trying to compete with Slack and those kinds of things. And I hear they have some neat stuff, but we'll see. Not May 1st. That's high school anniversary day. Well, I mean, if you're in the loop, you'll just have to do the video like the week before and then post it on May 1st, and then. But may the 4th be with you. It's it doesn't have to be a Star Wars prize, but whatever. If you're interested in that, email me or message me here on YouTube, whatever. Christy says if you want to just jump on and announce, you can.
You got my email, right? I'm there.
You got it, buddy. Yeah, Christy, I don't understand. If you want to just jump on and announce, you can. Announce what? And you're in my loop then if you want to be Christy. Gonzo, I didn't really ask you. I asked Al, but what do you got coming up? What do you want the people to know about? You've got coming up on your channel, and we've been on for almost an hour and a half, guys. So I'll let you finish up, and then I'll ask Al to have the last word, and I'll let everybody go.
All right. So yesterday was Thursday. Went live with a blog that me and Mr. Florida Freaks did in last December. Just a quick one. So I put as a throwback. I finally finished today the Universal one. It will be 3 blog series starting on Tuesday. On Thursday, I gotta have a 5-minute talk every Thursday. Gonzo from the throne. That's me, Gonzo in the bathroom. Yes, you know where I'm gonna be at every Thursday. I'm gonna do that every Thursday.
Hold on, I clearly didn't hear that right. Can you say that again?
You heard me. You heard me.
I don't think I did. It sounded like you said you were gonna be in the bathroom.
That's correct. I'm gonna be there, sitting in the throne, talking to you guys for 5 minutes, talking about weekly stuff that's gonna happen. MrGonzoPR from the throne. Yes, I'll be there. And
are you trying to find a way that I won't watch? Is that there's almost no way you could get me to not watch a video?
It's gotta be.
I feel like I need more people. I don't want to ask in the stream, so I'll just shut up and listen.
It's gonna be PG-13. Don't worry about it. We have what's coming up? All right, so May the 3rd, the show live is gonna be Friday. I'll be in Orlando. I think I'm going to hook up with Al, if we can, to go to dinner in Disney Springs. So probably the live Al's going to be there with me. So we're going to do the live. They have, like last time, half from Disney and half from Texas. So that would be cool. May the 4th, we're going to be at the park. We're going to go to the special event of Star Wars. Looking forward to that. And then we have what else? Well, coming up, I'm going to Vegas pretty soon. And there's going to be a couple of blogs there as well. I have another project coming up with my brother. You can see him there in the chat, Lara MC Group. It's a Spanish blog. It's about comedy and stuff like that. I record like 5 episodes in December. And guess what? I still haven't edited, but it's coming. It's coming soon. It's a lot of work, man. Jeff, you know I work 14. Well, and Al too. You know, I work 14 hours a day, man.
I'm laughing because I probably got some too in here, so I love it.
Yeah, so unfortunately, my job requires for me to work 13, 14 hours a day. So by the time I get home, I'm just that tired. But I will get there. So I promise him that starting in May, we will have those blogs going to the channel. So it's gonna be great.
All around the calendar with Gon. I like it.
Yeah, man. So, and then in June, going to Vegas, a couple of blogs there, and whatever comes out. And then in August, Star Wars for you guys. And I mean, it's gonna be awesome. I told Al to come to Miami, so he has some practice coming up, but I'm pretty sure this year is gonna come down this weekend and do a couple of blogs here in Miami. There's a lot of stuff here in Miami that we can blog. So it's good stuff, man. But the main thing here, again, if you guys are gonna be in the parks and you follow Al, Don't Whip that myself in Twitter or Instagram. Let us know you're gonna be there. We usually say that we're gonna be there. Hit us up. We meet. It would be great if we take a picture at least 10 of YouTubers, or even if you're on YouTube but you follow us. It would be great if we take pictures. I don't mind taking pictures with everybody. I like to take pictures. And meet you guys. It would be great if we could meet everybody. That's awesome. I know Al will love to, and Dole will that as well. So don't be shy. Hit us up if you see us in the park. Call us, talk to us, and be happy to talk to you guys and get to know you. So a lot of stuff coming up. So.
Yeah, that sounds like it. That's awesome. You probably know better than I do, but just talking to people about the fact that I'm gonna be down there, so many of my YouTube friends, our kind of group are gonna be down there. It's gonna be amazing. Like there's so many meetups that people are talking about. I mean, it's shocking how many people are gonna be down there. I cannot wait. Let me get caught up in chat, and then we'll let Al plug whatever he wants to plug, and we'll an hour and a half. I hope you guys aren't wanting to get out of here really fast. I don't want to go too fast. I'm having too much fun, but I want to get caught up here. So Christy, yeah, not necessarily Star Wars themed. I'm calling it the May the 4th be with you loop, but it's all of May. You can do a Star Wars gift or not, doesn't matter. Oh, I did think it was high school, Stacy. That's funny. Hollywood Studios anniversary. So that's May 1st. I didn't realize that. That's perfect. I did not know that, but that makes me happy. Talking to Finding Disney. Christy says, sorry, I wasn't clear if you want to announce the winner on your pitch. Oh, me on your loop? If you want me to. If not, Christy, hit me up after this if you want. You send me a message or whatever. If you're saying you want me on my channel, I'm happy to do it if you want. It's your thing. Whatever you want to do, I'll say yes to. Whatever you want. If you want me to invite you on, anything you want, I'm in. Star Wars After Hours, yeah. That's another thing. That we haven't talked about that After Hours event. We need to do that one week. Christy says, I record most of my videos in the back. What? So Christy has, I ain't going there. You should bring Super Enthused along. She's Miami. I think I'm caught up in chat. Al, you have been fun. It's so nice to meet you in person. You were a great guest. I hope you had fun. Did you have fun?
I did. I appreciate it, man. These are always so much fun. I love podcasts. It's just another form of great collaboration, and you never have to leave the house. I mean,
right?
That's the plus side.
I totally agree with that, actually. I don't know what you guys do in your spare time, but for me, this is it. Gonzo, when you were saying you work 13, 14 hours, dude, you work way too many hours. But there was a time in my life that I did that. It's not today. That's for dang sure. But
it pays the bills, man. It pays the bills.
Mm-hmm. You got to do that right. And don't stop. I love that. But my, how do I say this? My leisure time is this, and it's getting to know you guys, and it's watching videos, it's creating videos, and it's these live streams now. I say this a lot, so I apologize for repeating myself again, but I really thought live streaming was going to be something I didn't enjoy, and it was just going to be about grabbing watch hours. I like this a lot. I don't dislike making videos. I really like that. It's different. It's just on the same platform, and it's because of stuff like this, getting to know you guys and supporting fun, friendly fellow creators. And I don't know, I'm just having a ball, and I'm glad we did this tonight. So it's your show, Al. It's been an hour and a half. I'm not going to ask you to stay any longer, but what do you want to end with? What do you want to say to the people? I do hope your subscriber count went up, but anything you want to say, and then I'll ask Gonzo, and then we'll say goodbye to everybody, and I'll keep you guys on to talk after the fact, if that's okay. But Al, the floor is yours. What do you want the peeps to know as we say goodbye to everybody in chat?
Like I said, I appreciate being on the podcast. I really do. I appreciate you, Mr. Gonzo, for always being in my corner, man. And coming up on the channel. By the way, I didn't mention this. I recently went out to North Carolina to check on a couple of things. Obviously, the production for the Star Wars fan film I'm working on right now. But also went out there to visit my mother who lives in the mountains, and I thought it would be great if I was to be able to show everyone the beautiful sights that I see up there and everything else. She's right off the Blue Ridge Parkway up there. If you know anything about North Carolina, it's a great stretch of land. And so I'll be having some vlogs coming out. It's going to be maybe a 2 or 3 part series of the adventures outside of Florida. All right. The Florida freaks go outside. But yeah, that's coming up. And then of course, we got the Robe coming up in May. Towards the end of May, we'll be doing the Grand Floridian club level something you don't really see that often.
I'll be watching it.
And then we have May the 4th with MrGonzoPR. That's what I'm looking forward to there. And I'm gonna be shooting Central Florida Fairgrounds Earth Day Birthday 26, and all those photos will be up on the Facebook channel for Alicorp Productions LLC. If you want to see the photos of Godsmack, POD, and all the other bands I mentioned earlier, so they'll be up there. So
I'll check that out because I got a brother-in-law who loves POD, like his favorite band. So, or at least it was a few years ago. So
I'll be 6 feet away from him. So
very cool.
It'll be great.
That's awesome. Well, you've been great tonight. You've been a great guest. I so appreciate it. Gonzo, what do you want to say to the peeps before we say goodnight to them all?
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you all for accepting our invitation. You're a great man. I love you, brother. I can't wait to see you in a couple of weeks. And we're gonna do the May the 4th, like I said again, and we have the Star Wars After Night. It's an event from 9:30 to 12:30 that day, so it's gonna be a lot of good stuff that made it the 4th there. So it's gonna be good. So look out for the blogs and stuff like that. Thank you, everybody in chat, for the support. Please continue to support us. If you need anything that you're gonna start your blog soon or your channel, keep us posted. If you have any questions, contact us. We'll help you. We will help you. That's what we're here for. That's what our collaboration is for. And again, thank you for your support. I love you guys. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you all. And I see you guys soon. And again, thanks everybody in chat. And love you all. Thank you.
Love it. Good stuff. So if you ask me a question in chat and I didn't get to it, I apologize. Feel free to leave a comment afterwards or email me or message me. You can get me on Twitter. You can get me on Instagram, whatever. I hate that I don't mean to ignore anybody. I always feel bad when I go back in chat and I see I missed a question. So feel free to hit me up, dolewhipdad@gmail.com, or just in the comments after the fact. Takes a while for it to render or whatever. Special thanks to my mods, Angela, and all of the mods in there. You guys are amazing and do such good work promoting the channels and keeping it all clean and such. So love you guys to death. Have a great weekend. I will be live on Sunday night with DizTube. I do not know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm mostly just saying that because I'm stuck. Al, Gonzo, if you can hang for a minute, we'll just say goodbye off air. I think that's it. Thanks so much. Oh, and I did post a reaction video to Star Wars if you want to check it out. I think that's it. See you Sunday. I got nothing else. So I appreciate you. I love you. Go do something awesome for somebody, even if that's you. Talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody.